Now, there was a comment by Amal Kiran when this line was shown to Amal Kiran in the beginning, the earlier draft. He says this line looks very bald, very bald. I mean, it has no content at all, no poetic. This was the day even Satyavan must die. There is nothing in it to see. Very bald. And Shebendra said, it is meant to be purposefully, not bald, but bare. Bare, without any embellishment, without any trailing effect at all. No trailing effect, nothing. It is meant to be purposefully bare, direct, straight, without any embellishment, without any trailing effect anywhere at all. Neither of sound, nor of simile, nor of metaphor or symbol, nothing. It is meant to be purposeful. And he says that I am not going to change even a single word in this line. I am not going to change even a single word in this line. Even if you offer me the entire income of a Nobel laureate. Kavi Samrat, the income of a Kavi Samrat or Nobel laureate, even if you are going to offer it to me, I am not going to change anything at all in this line. Amal Kiran wanted to make a change in this one. He says, sorry, I am not going to change anything at all. It is meant to be purposefully bare. And such lines are very rare in Savitri itself. Such bare, direct, no trailing, nothing. Therefore, when you are reading that line, you will not read, this was the day even Satyavan must die. You will not read it all. You simply read, this was the day even Satyavan must die. See, quietly. See. It has its own power and its own effect also, you see. This was the day, this was the day. See, I mean, you are making unnecessarily emphatic and all that. They take away the charm of the bareness which is there in the line itself. Not only in words, but also in the pronunciation, you see. Must die. You see, must die could be easily a spondy. But here, it will not be appropriate to speak of a body. This was the day when Satyavan must die. This is a very bare line, one of the barest line. And Shebendra says in a letter, I am not going to change anything at all in this line, even if you are going to give me the whole kingdom of a poet laureate to see the income of a poet laureate. I am not interested in that. So emphatic it is. Actually, if you read this line along with a similar statement which we have in the Book of Fate, 106.146, the Queen Mother, Savitri's mother, is insisting Narada to tell what is the problem with Satyavan. He has spoken in a very vague term and he is not going to tell anything directly at all. She says, let me know if it is evil, even then speak, so that we can prepare ourselves and be ready for the evil, to meet the evil. She is insisting upon that. You see. And in response to that, Narad replies, 12 swift-winged months are given to him and her. 12 swift-winged months are given to him and her. He is very specific about that. 12 swift-winged months are given to him and her. So he is making it very specific now. This moment, this hour, etc., etc. They will be only together after marriage for 12 months. Means actually 12 swift-winged months, 1 year is important. Why 12 months? Why not tomorrow? Why not immediately or after a few years? Why is making specifically 1 year? Because the love of Satyavan and Savitri, their togetherness, should pass through all the cycles of the season. It should meet all the seasons of time. All the symbolically, samvatsara or year, it means that the complete cycle of the seasons. It must go through the complete cycle of the seasons. You should see, obviously, first the seasons start here, Grishma, summer, then rainy season, winter, dew time, there are Vasanta, 6 seasons in Indian cycle like that, you see. So it should go through all the 6 seasons. Then the life's completeness is assumed there. And when you have seen the life's completeness, then Satyavan is ready to die. After seeing life's completeness, fullness, he is now ready to go to another kind of a life after death. He goes through the entire cycle of time here. So 12 swift-winged months, actually one would have said 1 year, but his poetry does not allow that, 1 year, you see. 12 swift-winged months. All the seasons. There are 6 seasons, each season of about 2 months, you see, in Indian cycle of time, you see. And therefore he says, 12 swift events are given. And then he says, this day returning, Satyavan must die. See, this is exactly the same phrase. This day returning, when Satyavan must die. This day returning. See, practically the same line, same sentence here. This day is of that returning. This day returning, Satyavan must die. Now you see the difference between this line and this line. This day returning, Satyavan must die is not really bare. Although the words, everything is practically the same. That returning does not have that kind of a bareness, you see. It has some kind of other association which it is carrying along with it, you see. This day returning, Satyavan must die. There is a difference between this line and Nara. Otherwise, both the lines are practically identical in construction, you see. But the bareness which is there in 2.42 is not there in 106.146. You see the difference between the quality of poetry? The quality of poetry is different. This day returning, Satyavan must die. This was the day when Satyavan must die. The tone is different again. Here, the tone is different. This day return. Narad is kind of saying emphatically, it must happen. This day returning, Satyavan must die. With that bareness is not there here. You see. How things change by single word is here. The quality of poetry, see. See, this line, this day returning, Satyavan must die, misses that kind of thing. In fact, I was trying to find out whether there are similar lines at all in Savitri, in epic Savitri, with such a bareness and very difficult. I think this is the only single line in the whole description. See, even the opening line, 1.1, this was the hour before the gods awake. It is a kind of a bare line, yet it doesn't have the kind of a bareness which is here in this line. This was the day when Satyavan must die. This was the hour before the gods awake. It doesn't have that bareness. It is trailing, it is carrying some kind of lot of background behind it. Here it is coming like a bare statement. This was the hour before the gods awake. It is a very simple line also, but it doesn't have that bareness. Similarly, the other famous line, 1.17, all can be done if the God touch is there. It is a very simple, straightforward line. All can be done if the God touch is there. It is also almost bare, yet it doesn't have the kind of a bareness which you have got here. This was the day when Satyavan must die. See, like that, if you find some other line, it will be very good with this sort of bareness which is there. I was trying to look for some line, but it's not. Some color is there, some trailing effect is there, some image is there, which is not going to make it so bare as this line seems. This was the hour before the gods awake. You are carrying a lot of history behind it already in that line. You see. It is not bare at all. You see. There is enormous history behind the entire history of involution and evolution is there in a single line. In a single line, you see. See the other line also. 91.9. Ashwapati receiving the boon from the Divine Mother. Yes, one shall descend. He says that. One shall descend. And then she says finally, a seed shall be sown in this tremendous hour. It is pertaining to this tremendous hour. A seed shall be sown in this tremendous. A branch of heaven transplant to human soil. At that time this will happen. Nature shall overleap her mortal step. fate shall be changed by an unchanging will. Now, fate shall be changed by an unchanging will. There is no bareness at all. You see, it is carrying a lot of meaning. Same as the very first line, a seed shall be sown in death's tremendous hour. A seed shall be sown in death's tremendous. There is a certain kind of a bareness in it, yet not this. This was the day when Satyavan must die. A seed shall be sown in death's tremendous hour. A lot of load is there in that line. A seed shall be sown in death's tremendous hour. This was the day when Satyavan, well, a seed shall be sown in death's tremendous hour. A seed shall be sown in death's tremendous hour. It means that it is already anticipating a lot of things to come out of that thing, out of that seed. Seed is going to sprout and bring out some fruits or rewards, you see. In other words, this was the day when Satyavan must die. This line shows that this is a highly charged death. Satyavan's death, the whole description means that it's a highly charged death. A lot of contents are present in that. Although it is bare, it is yet full of charge, you see. A lot of contents are there. It is a designed death. This was the day when Satyavan must die. This is a designed death, purposeful death. It must happen. It's a designed death. In that charge, this was the day when Satyavan must die. Now, what is the charge behind that death? There is a double yoga tapasya behind this death. The double yoga tapasya of Ashwapati approaching the Divine Mother and asking for the boon, and of Savitri conquering death. So that is the double yoga tapasya which is present in this charged death of Satyavan, you see. Now, there is one more point. You see that thing. Sri Aurobindo says, you say about this line, bare and straightforward line without any trailing of luminous ropes. Sri Aurobindo's words. This is a line, bare and straightforward line without any trailing of luminous ropes. There is no other line like this in Savitri, in my opinion. A line which I would not remove from its position, even if you were to give me the crown and income of the Kavi Sambrat. Here is bareness, not for the sake of bareness. You want to make a line bare, therefore it's not there. But for the sake of the expression, the power with which a thing can be said. It is bare, not bald. And he says, it was a more just, perfect line, correct line, for expressing for what I had to say in a certain context. It tells exactly, just exactly what I had to say. This is a very plain, simple avowal, a bare assertion. This was the day when Satyavan must die. Now, let's go back to 106.3, which you want to do. 108.3. See, the Queen gave a long, big speech. For 20 minutes she was speaking. Is this the kind of God you have here? Who is so cruel? Is this the God who enjoys our suffering? What kind of God is it, you see? When she was told, when she heard from Narad that Satyavan is going to die, her husband, Savitri's husband, her lover, is going to die 1 year after the marriage. Then she says, what kind of cruel God is it, you see? And Narad sets himself now to give a long answer for about 1.5 hours, you see. And then he says, bear in that, see, Narad, then after the silence, okay, let us read from the first line. Then after the silence, Narad made reply. Tuning his lips to earthly sound, he spoke. She is a sage from paradise. Tuning his lips to earthly sound, and something now of the deep sense of faith waited the fragile hints of mortal spirit. His forehead shone with vision solemnized, turned to a tablet of the supernal thorn, as if characters of an unknown tongue had left in its breadth the inscriptions to the God. So what he sees, he is reading the inscriptions to God. There in that light, when he sees now, there in that light, time toys. His unseen was detected. Time toys. Time is toiling for what? Time is toiling for this moment to arrive. Time is toiling. This was the day when Satyavan must die to arrive. Time is toiling for that. Through the ages, through the eons, time is waiting for this moment. Time, there in that light, time toil. His unseen was detected. His time's unseen was Narada has detected, and he says, this was the day when Satyavan must die. This day returning, Satyavan must die. He says, he has detected. His unseen was, Narada has detected the unseen words of time. The broad flung, passing scheme unfinished, which his eon flight unrolls, which his time's eon flight unrolls, were mapped already in that worldwide look. Narada's vision of the whole thing, he has already seen in that sweep of time, and in that sweep of time, what does he see? This day returning, Satyavan must die. This is what he has detected. Narada has detected it in the sweep of time.
So what Ashwapati did not Ashwapati did not tell about Savitri to his queen.
No.
He kept it all for himself.
Yes. Well, I mean, they were sitting all together, they were hearing, listening, but it is she who raised the voice, who challenged Narada.
But he does not tell her who Savitri is. Because he knows, but the queen doesn't know.
No, Ashwapati does not know. Narada has told specifically, this day returning, Satyavan must die.
Ashwapati knows Savitri is a very special child.
Yes. But the specificity of an event in the life, all those details, he may not be aware.
That's true, but he did not tell anything to the queen.
Why should he? Because Narada is explaining everything.
Before, when the Savitri was born, when she was a small child and all this, he may have told her Savitri is a special child.
No, well, I mean, she knows that he was engaged in tapasya, he wanted a child and all that. Obviously, she was aware of the whole thing. She is a participant also in his yoga. She is described as Ashwapati's queen and wise mother. He described very highly about her.
But she doesn't know.
But when this moment came, then all that thing gone. You see, because it cannot be anything more cruel than that for a mother to see the widowhood of her own daughter. Which mother will accept? So, all gone to the winds. You see, that is part of the story. But in fact, if you remember, in the original story of the Mahabharata, Savitri's mother is not present anywhere at all in the dialogue, in the conversation. It is entirely between Ashwapati and Narada. All these things. Not too many shlokas, but the whole dialogue is between Ashwapati and Narada. Because the queen knows that he will take care of everything properly. According to the old tradition, husband will take care of everything, so why should I interfere? She will not intrude at all, anything at all. You see, he will take she will take care of everything, you see. So that was the kind of a confidence she had in her husband, you see.